But into career for the final round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, the final tournament before the players. We had a 5-shot lead entering the weekend. That evaporated a bit yesterday. We only lead by 2 now, as the winds yesterday were insane. 10 to 15 miles an hour the entire round. Let's see what we have here today. 2 to 4. Well, a chance to go low if we don't screw ourselves up too badly. 19 under, last out on the course. We can go win ourselves. What would this be? Our 5th tournament in a row. Which seems absurd. But there's not really a way to make the game much harder. Now, it is tournament conditions on the firmness and speed, which we haven't seen throughout the tournament thus far. To get our day started on the par 4 first. A hole that's been kind to us for the most part, even going back to our practice round on Wednesday, was fairly good to us, but we bogeyed this yesterday with the high winds before we eventually did find a way to go 3 under par over yesterday's 18. So here we go. Now, the only bit that does get a little tricky is this is a left to right wind, but we shouldn't have too much of an issue here. We're a little bit off to the right, but I think we're going to be okay. It shouldn't roll through the fairway. And it doesn't. Now, we are guarded out a little bit by a greenside bunker here today. We'll have to carry that. Actually, I don't know if we will. We'll hit a 9-iron into this green. Bring it back just a little ways, because it probably will bounce a little bit. And let it fly. That's slicing a little bit to the right. However, this could be good, especially if it gets a good kick. It really didn't. Shouldn't have taken the power off. But it is still a birdie chance, and not too difficult of one, but one that could be screwed up. And we do not screw up. That falls for birdie and 20 under par. We'll take that. That's a nice start. Coming back to the hole that we bogeyed yesterday. Now onto the par 3 second. Now where that pin is, obviously I'd like to go over there. I don't really know if there's a way to do that outside of absolutely trying to mash a 4-iron. We're probably going to wind up short here, but landing the 5-wood... I mean, we could hit a 5-wood here and land it short, but I don't think that really rolls up there anyway. Ah, fuck it. We'll give it a go. Well, hold on a minute. That's pretty much going to be right where we wanted to be with the 4-iron. There's really just not a way to stick that green, I don't think. Tampa Bay giving Baker a $100 million contract over 3 years. That sounds right. Alright, well, a dicey little spinner here. I'm actually going to not do that. We're going to hit a flop instead. Good bit above our feet. This should be good. That should secure the par. And it does. Alright, 1 under through 2. We don't have to do much today, so we might try and let it fly just a little bit, but really there's not many risks we can take that we haven't already. With the limited power that my player does possess. Just kind of on autopilot right now. And right here, this is going to be straightforward. Now, there is a chance we could roll through the fairway here. So we're going to bring the driver back and hope we don't hit this into the water. Well, we didn't hit it in the water, but we are off well to the right. So that whole not rolling through the fairway thing, we're going to do that. Thankfully, it does stop in the first cut. Well, we certainly don't need to get the power up, but yeah, it'd be a lot of fun if we could. This shot here is certainly a dangerous one. We miss this left, bad things are happening. I will take a miss to the right. If anything, I want to get the power up at least to the point that I can have the power drive. That I feel like would be really, really big for us. Now this is a tricky one. I'm gonna aim right off that left edge, maybe a little more. There it goes, and in it goes. Birdie on 3. 21 under. What's the rest of the field doing? Not much. The guys that came in 17 under have stayed there, and we just continue to extend our lead. This drive yesterday here on 4 got really scary with the wind. Missed right off the tee, and the wind was blowing left to right. Here today, not too much to think about here. Ooh, we might be in the tree. And we are. Uh-oh. Ugh. Okay. Well, we don't even roll into the fairway. We are in the first cut here. So, any chance of getting up there close in 2, all but over now. That should be fairly good. I didn't take a look at where the pin was, so might be a little interesting. Finesse with the 58. I like it. On the way up there. We might have left it short, and we did. A little bit of backspin. That ball's got to settle. Good, almost 16 feet away. An uphill putt that doesn't do a lot. If anything, that little bit right there towards the end is what we're going to need to adjust for. But it's not much. Actually, I'm just going to hit it dead straight right at it. Yeah, that was the call. Now, I think the ball goes in anyway the way I was going to hit it originally, because we actually almost missed that low of the hole. But does find its way in. Back-to-back birdies as we head to the par 4 fifth. This was an interesting tee shot yesterday. Wind at our back, blowing at 15 miles an hour. We'd been clubbing down to the 3-wood all tournament long. Actually, wasn't this a right to left wind? But we're going to club down to 3-wood again and just try and land it somewhere in there. Looks pretty good. Yep. Yep, I just saw that Baker contract. We're going to be flirting with the little bit of first cut there, but avoiding it. Can we call Mac Jones a bust now? I thought we already were. Weren't we already doing that? An approach with the 54, that's not going to go. An approach with the 58, I do like. There it goes. It's a little right of the hole. Oh, wanted a little bit more spin. Didn't get it. Pretty much just sat right where it right where it bounced. But again, I mean, these Sunday pins have not been a challenge really at all to this point. As we're going to drop yet another birdie putt. I mean, come on. 4 under through 5. And these pins and everything, they're just not challenging. This is Sunday at Bay Hill. Come on. That's absurd. All right, very slight wind into our face. I don't think we need to do really a damn thing. Other than hit it straight, which we didn't, but if we're going to miss any direction, right is the way. Lot of room in this fairway. Now, we may wind up winning here at Bay Hill, but a place that I don't think we're going to win that will be a little bit later is Phoenix Raceway. Consistently one of my worst tracks in pretty much any of the NASCAR heat games. We're up pretty big right now. We'll take the risk. And likely the bunker. Yeah, that is definitely bunker. Oh, maybe not. That's actually going to take an odd kick and stay in the first cut just off the green. All right, well, this actually makes for a little bit of an interesting eagle attempt here. The spinner's going to be the play. But we're going to have to aim it, shit, all the way out here. Another baseball swing for us. We'll have that left for birdie. Inside 10 feet. It being above our feet really didn't affect the trajectory of the ball at all. But once again, this is a makeable putt. Just very slightly downhill. And we're in again. Make it 4 straight birdies, 5 under through 6. A collapse of epic proportions, I think, would have to happen now as we lead by 6 shots. Par 3 7th, 199 yards, and that pin is in the back. And we've been flirting with that bunker that's right behind the pin the entire tournament. And we've gotten in that bunker as well. We're going to hit a high 6-iron into this wind. And hopefully it knocks it down. That could, well, no, it's going to be well short. And I thought it could have been good. So this will be our first challenging putt of the day, really. First putt from any kind of distance. But a pretty steady uphill one. Doesn't break much until about the second half of its travels. And it's, oh, it was pretty good in terms of the aim. The power just not there. Well, the run of birdies will end here on 7, but still in great shape here at Sunday, or on Sunday at Bay Hill. 24 under. Has the rest of the field gotten any closer? No. $50 million guaranteed for Baker. Chance to earn up to 115 over the 3 years with incentives. That's a good move. He really stabilized that team after the retirement of Tom Brady. You would have thought they would have taken a massive step back, but you also got to realize what Tom Brady they played with in the last year of his career. Smashed it, but we might be flirting with that bunker. Actually, we didn't really smash it. It was straight. Actually, negative on the power. Probably a good thing. Approach with the 8 is kind of what it's looking like we're going to have to do. Unfortunately. I could add a little bit of shot shaping to this to try and take a little bit of distance off, but that's only going to make this even more dicey. Tiniest bit off the power. And the wind took this a little bit more than I expected, but we stay on the green. Ooh, there's our first tricky putt. Because if we mess this up, this ball could roll forever. Could roll all the way off the green. We're not careful. There it goes. It's going to miss high. Thankfully, it stops inside of 5 feet. And now for par. We'll drop that back-to-back pars on 7 and 8. Grillo does go to 19 under. Right, it's Grillo, right? I believe so. All right, final hole on the front 9 here on Sunday, and a fairly straightforward drive. Now that is hooking a little bit to the left, so this could get interesting. Now, no intrigue for you today. Lack of wind gives us a chance to go really low. If we had that wind like Austin has throughout his playing of the Arnold Palmer, where he's got 10 to 15 miles an hour 3 of the 4 days, I don't think we're in this spot. But once again, I mean, we are just getting very good conditions here, as this is going to be a pretty good approach shot with the 7-iron. Tiniest bit more power. And I actually left it short. It's hooking and drops. A little bit of suspense on that one, but we finished the front side 6 under today. When we play like this on Sundays, there's just no chance. I'd say we're sawgrass ready. All right, well, nothing too much to think about here. I'm going to try and cut this a little bit. Not quite the Rory McIlroy, but we're going to give it a go. And that should be just fine. And barring a miserable kick, we'll stay in the fairway as well. 104 yards out, so sounds like a standard approach shot to me. With the 58. Alright. So, yes. Anyway, pretty standard approach shot in here. Now, we know that even the 58 doesn't really spin that much. And this is uphill. I might actually aim pretty much right at it. Ah, with the wind, a tiny, tiny bit off. Something didn't feel right there. We'll be a little off to the right. Pin high, but off to the right. Didn't take a very friendly kick either. Ooh. Okay. Lot to think about with this one. Slight bit of uphill, slight bit of downhill. And a lot of the break is pretty early on. Kind of settles out and then goes crazy again once we get around the hole. So, I don't know. Right there, I don't have any hope this is going in. Oh, it did! It just caught the right edge. Good evening, Ash. I couldn't believe when I figured out that I didn't need to do all that Trading Paints Pro shit just to use the schemes in like a collection so I can put them on the AI. That's crazy. Why label them like Pro then? Like it was labeling the users saying they made it in Pro. That was a little bit confusing. Off the tee, probably our straightest drive of the day. It just seems kind of silly to buy that that whole year-long like subscription when I'm only probably gonna need it for like one day. I don't anticipate doing a whole lot more races like that outside of Indy and the Mazdas, but the Mazdas don't need that. And yes, that also reminds me, if you want to find a Mazda scheme on Trading Paints as well, I think that's where we're going for those now, and we might just do those AI only as well. Running the 500 on Saturday. Yeah, yeah, probably. A little bit of a long distance putt here. Just gonna miss low. Can't birdie them all, unfortunately. But we don't need to birdie probably anything the rest of the day. Obviously, I would like to go like 10 under. You know, I kind of figured you were gonna want to run like a throwback of some sort. And I really liked that Haviland cart. I saw that when I was looking for one for myself, and I was like, "That's really nice," but I haven't made up my mind yet. It's not food unless you're desperate. I find no fault in that logic. All right. Hit a high drive and kind of try and split this a little bit. That's off to the left just a little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. Yep, pretty much right where we want to be. And now, low 3-wood, just to kind of, just as we've done the entire tournament, just to roll it up to the front of the green. That's off to the right a little bit. We may flirt with that bunker. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Oh, Lord. It's gonna stop there? What the hell? Alright, well, that's an interesting one. Now, we gotta make sure we're on a pick shot here. We tried this yesterday and completely didn't even realize that I was actually on a blast shot and rolled through the green. Compounded mistakes. So now here... Oh, lordy. I don't know. Out almost over here somewhere. That's actually going to be pretty good. Had the power perfect. Could have gone in if I was better at the game. Drop that. 8 under with 6 to play. Current second place is at 19 under. That round is finished. So it really doesn't appear like anybody at the top of the leaderboard is doing much of anything today. It's guys coming from a little bit farther down and posting some decent numbers. But nobody that was in the final few pairings outside of ourselves is doing well at all. Wind at our back. 3-wood again. We've hit 3-wood off of this tee every day this tournament. Ooh, we're off to the right here. We're going to be all right. Get a decent kick. It'll slow up well before the water. And now, finesse. Yeah. Finesse is going to be the play. For whatever reason, the distance is being really finicky right now. Finesse over the water. It's damn near flat where we're at. There it goes. Pretty good. Inside 10 feet again. Oh my god. These Sunday pins are a joke. What is this? Okay. Well, that's certainly not a not an indication of how difficult the pins are. That was just me being stupid. Yes, you can. I've had a lot of fun the last couple of days messing around with those. For Indy, I literally made everybody like 100s everything, and I wanted to just see, because apparently the AI struggle to crash on ovals. So I turned the aggressiveness and everything else all the way to the top, and oh my god, it's a shit show. It's so fun. Having a blast with that. Par 3 14th. We can try the 5-iron. Well, I don't think this is going to hold. It might hold the green. It's going to roll a good ways past, though. I know. When I saw that Fletcher Cox retired, I immediately thought of you. I knew you'd be devastated. And yet, even this long putt here, makeable. Doesn't mean we're going to make it, but it's makeable. Now, it actually flattens out a little bit, it appears. There it goes. Missed it low. That break there towards the end got it a little bit more than I thought it would. Well, in for par on 14. Don't fuck that one up. Still a 6-shot lead over Grillo. Feeling pretty good. No threats. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I would really like, with the Florida Classic, when we really had to grind that one out, that was some of the most fun I've had all season long. This one, meh. I really thought Bay Hill would be a little bit more bitey for us, and it's just not. We're going to bank on the fact that we're not going to roll through this fairway. We may roll through the fairway. No. We'll stay in there. We actually hit it hard enough to the point that it didn't hit that little slope over by the bunker. And it actually hit a flat part of the fairway, so that was good news for us. And now let's hit a 7-iron somewhere right in there. That's going right and staying right. I'm going to stay on the green, I think. Barely. Long ways away, but in the end, not going to matter all that much. A good whack at it. It's got a chance and just misses the right edge. I knew I had to give it a whack, but probably whacked it a little too hard. And now just left edge. In she goes for par. 3 straight pars. We're just kind of coasting home now. Not really by design, but that is what's going on. Par 5, 16. 3 to play here on Sunday. 511 yards. This hole, outside of practice, really hasn't gotten us that much. Actually, no, this is where we went in the water yesterday. I was thinking of the wrong hole. Yeah, we actually missed left off the tee, gave ourselves a long approach shot over the water. We will not miss left today. I mean, this right here is going to take 2 less clubs to get to trying where we were hitting this yesterday. We had to hit 5 wood over here. And now we just hit 6-iron and hope it sticks, although I suspect it won't. Ooh, and that's also hooking left. Where is that going? Well, it wouldn't have stuck anyway. For whatever reason, they're impressed. I guess because I did make a green in 2, but... see where we wind up. Oh. Oh, that's got a chance. It rolls by the hole. And that rolled a good ways past. But a completely flat birdie putt. You should be the only one with 100 aggression. Yes, but also, if I don't... So I don't know what we want... I mean, I don't know what we do for driver stats. I don't know how we're going to decide that. Don't think a wheel is the answer. My life is being wheeled to death. We may wind up in the sand here. I think we're winding up in the sand here. Oh, maybe. Nope. Yeah, we got a long time to figure it out. That we do. Pick shot. I actually really don't have to take that much off of it. That'll be pretty good. What are we at here today? 9 under? I would love to go 10 under, but we're running out of time. That one's in. Par 4 18th to finish this one off. NASCAR at Phoenix coming up next. And a very stress-free 18th hole outside of our own personal stresses. Didn't Andretti have yellow numbers on his car? I don't know. Yeah, it appears so. I thought the one you sent me had yellow numbers, at least on the top of the car. Well, I'm going to... Well, actually, I want to be to the right a little bit. Should be right where we want to be, as long as this doesn't roll for an eternity. Seven iron into this green. Ooh, tiny little landing area. This is a little bit... It looks like it's a little downhill, yes? A little. This is stupid. I'm going to take a little off. On the way, it's hooking to the right. But, pretty good. That'll give us a chance for our 10 under inside 10 feet. That's a pretty good chance to win the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And it's in. A 10 under here on Sunday when the rest of the field wasn't doing a whole lot. A 62. Very nice. Could have been lower. We end up winning by 7 shots. Really expected more out of the AI here today. They just didn't get anything. They don't have a trophy modeled in for the Arnold Palmer, really? Come on, EA. But man, 5th tournament win in a row. If I could make the game harder, I would. But alas, pretty much the only thing we could do is just not zoom in on shots, but then you just get adjusted to that, and we'd probably get back to the same point in the next couple tournaments anyway. But we do have Sawgrass coming up next for the players. No idea how I'm going to be in this game at Sawgrass. When I was playing 2K before this game came out, the players was... There were 2 tournaments in career mode that I hadn't won through 5 seasons. One was the players and one was the Genesis. Already won the Genesis in this game. That was the one I never won in 2K. We did win the players once. I don't know if that's a 2K thing or if Sawgrass is just a little bit much at times. We're gonna find out. But yeah, we got the players next week. Obviously a big deal on our road to the Masters. First real big tournament of the year.